All right, students, so if you're watching this, that means we're going to be giving you a tool so that you can use to help out with your teaching in the classes, okay? So one of the main tools to have in terms of working with a group is counting. I know it sounds simple, but it's something that really needs to be practiced a lot. So what is the counting methods that we can use? So whenever you're in the middle of teaching, you want to make sure that the whole class is following you and making sure that you've got their full attention and their full focus. A part of that during the course of drilling is using counting techniques as you're leading, okay? So how do we start? The first one that we have is the very simple, you repeat after me. I set up and I say 1. And the other people in the class say 1, and then I say 2, and everybody repeats all the way till you get to 10 or to 20 or to 30, whatever number you're aiming for. This is really important, so you want to make sure that you have the basic counting down. As the simplest one, I always recommend using this one if you can, because it really comes in handy. Then we have combination counting. So combination counting is used for combination drills. If you're teaching a jab and a cross, and you want to make sure that they really get the position right in terms of where everybody is and that everybody is staying in sync with each other, you can start right here. You explain, I'm going to be the counter. I will count to 1 all the way to 10 or to 20. You usually pick a number that you really want to hit, and then everybody else is only going to say 1, 2, depending on how many combinations you're doing. So if we're doing the jab cross and I say, okay, everybody, 1, everybody else is going to go 1, 2, 2, 1, 2. 3, 1, 2, and you're going to go all the way up till you get to 10 or 15 or 20, whatever number you want, but you have to make sure that you're specific at the very beginning and that everybody is following you. The more specific you can be with any kind of combination drills, the better you have. So let's say, okay guys, we're going to do a jab, cross, hook. Everybody's going to start right here. I'm going to say 1, and I'm going to count all the way to 10, and you guys are going to go 1, 2, 3, okay? So everybody ready? 1, 1, 2, 3. So that's what I'm going to have everybody do, okay? And then that's when I would start the count. Ready? 1, 1, 2, 3. 2, 1, 2, 3. 3, 1, 2, 3. And then I can do 1, 2, 3, 4 with adding up an uppercut. I can do all those things. But this one is combination counting. And this one works really well if you really want everybody to follow along and to keep up. This one's a very good one, okay? But the next one is the simple, you count and everybody says the technique. So if I'm in the middle of class and I'm gonna count to 10, and when I say 10, everybody, you all are gonna say gansao, and everybody is gonna do gansao. So I would start right here, and then I'd say 1, and everybody else, gansao. 2, gansao. 3, gansao. And you would continue in that way. And that way, this one really hits the nail on the head to get the technique embedded so that people remember it. So this one is really good too. And then the big thing is whenever you're delegating, that means whenever you're letting somebody else come in to take the place in front to count, you want to be as specific as you can with them and tell them how you want them to count, what number you want them to get to, what technique you're doing. That way you can walk around and to look at other people, okay? So that one is incredibly important. Always be as specific as you can, and always try to make sure that you have your end number, that the class knows how they're counting, and they also know what technique they're doing, okay? That's very important. The more specific you can be, the better you have a good control over the room and the students, okay? The next thing is, when you are done with delegation, when you're done and you know your counting methods, you want to make sure that you slow down and you pause. You have pauses in between the counts. Not rushing, and you're waiting for the students to repeat after you. So if I'm doing a combination and I go 1, 1, 2, 3, and I say 2, and before anybody finishes, then they're just going to be speeding up and it's not going to be good. You want to have pauses in between every count and make sure that focus is on. The better you're pausing and the better your explanation, the better you're going to be able to do with leading a class with counting, okay? And this also goes whenever you're in the middle of discussing things. You always want to make sure you have the pauses. A good old quote is, it's not the musical notes that make the music, it's the space in between the notes. And I 100% agree with that. So use your pauses well when counting. Use this tool as a way to get better at your leadership skills, and then also make sure that you come with a good black belt spirit. But guys, watch this video over and over again. You have a new tool in your arsenal. Thank you very much, and we'll see you in the school.